What's up, guys? It's your boy Jetbuster here. We're gonna go ahead and continue where we left off previously in the story. So, obviously, where we left off previously was we just got done getting awoken by Thancred, and one of the lords from Lord Harshafon's family, the youngest one, basically killed an innocent citizen, even though they were technically not innocent. They were wreaking havoc, and they basically poisoned us with the sleep potion. So yeah, we're basically just going to continue from the story from here and kind of move on from where we were previously and see where we, get to. But yeah, let's go ahead and continue. It's pretty basic, nothing else special really has happened. So, consequences. Lord Eritol and the first commander should have returned by now. To the tavern then. The first order of business will be to speak with the Lord Emelanian, and I somehow doubt that he has moved an ilm since last we saw him. Great, so now we need to go talk to the guy that basically murdered a citizen. Apologies, Sylvester, but I feel I bear full responsibility for this debacle. There will be time for that later. I, for one, am more concerned about picking up the pieces. What do we know? According to the initial reports, the protest was orchestrated by the young woman who Lord Emma ordered shot. She and her conspirators infiltrated Falcon's Nest, posing as servants and guests. Several were taken alive, others arrested and were struck down, as still others took their own lives. Our forces suffered casualties as well, but at great severe no civilians were seriously injured. Still more remarkably, the ringleader yet lives. For the time being, at least, the Shigurians are doing what they can for her, but she may not live through the night. Given the impeccable timing, it is like that the convictors who drew us away from Hema were in league with the protesters. Accordingly, we have detained them for questioning. I'll be sworn that these villains spent as much effort plotting the failure of this peace conference as we did its success. Well, if the mood of the hamlet is in any indication, there have been more fruitful labors in the way of the protests. The people seemed disillusioned. You spoke with him then, I see. Sir Ermac placed his trust in me. It will be difficult to explain what has happened here. Remember how far we have come, First Commander. The people's faith may be shaken, but we convinced them before, and we shall do so again. If we can but find a means to remind them, to show them that once more the promise that change holds for all, then this tragedy too shall pass into the past. We must pray that you are right. Nevertheless, for the time being, I have no choice but to suspend the peace conference pending Sir Ermac's final decision. Under the circumstances, I cannot leave Falcon's Nest. Jetbuster, will you deliver my report to the Lord Commander in my stead? Get up, Emma. You're going with him. Go on without me. I was not asking. You will answer for your actions in person, is that clear? Yes, my lord. Come on for it. Your manservant is not here. In fact, I have not seen him for some time. Hornion, I could have sworn he was. Yeah, I'm gonna try playing this for the time being.
Onawa! No, no! What have they done to you? Onawa! Onawa!
Is that you, my lord? You seem rather flustered.
Because of you, you imbecile! What in the seven hells happened to you?
My apologies. Some few of the guests expressed a wish to leave, and I implored them to stay. It would seem they took issue with my request.
Your gods forgive me. If I had only been more careful with my words.
Do not blame yourself, my lord. I know that you and your brother have Ishgard's best interests at heart. That poor woman. She lives in the past, clinging to the memories of the lost. But the future holds so much promise, so much joy. And you know that better than any.
Onawa?
Calm yourself. The boy will live. But it's imperative we get him inside and into the care of a Kairujin without delay.
Oh, we were so close! Why does it all have to fall to pieces? Don't they want to live in peace? Don't they want to be happy? We all want the same thing! And still it falls to pieces! Tell me, what was I supposed to do? Someone, anyone, tell me, what was I supposed to do?
Stop looking to others. You make your choice and you live with the consequences.
And what would you know about consequences? You who always know just what to say and just what to do. Your every deed is greeted with a round of applause.
You know nothing about me. I have fought tooth and nail for the people I hold dear. Done everything in my power to save them. And I have failed. Learn to live with it. I have.
Well, now, that was a good scene. Actually, really liked that. That was actually a good scene. Man, so they're gonna really restrict me with the. I really do not. I do not appreciate that. That's really frustrating. Are you kidding me? I'm off by like 1 point. It's really frustrating. That's really degrading. Whatever. May have overreacted, but it needed to be done. He was becoming hysterical. I understand the desire to look for reasons or excuses to convince yourself, but to convince yourself you had no choice. But the past is the past, and there is not to be gained from reliving your mistakes. I know this, but he... Okay, what's this? Augmented Hellfire Claws. Oh, no, that's pretty cool. That's actually really cool. Rogue arms. Yes. And not into that. I have no desire to wait for the Lord to emerge from his puddle of self-pity. We have important matters to attend to in his garden. Those claws are pretty sick. Hero of the Forgotten Knight. You are expected, sir. Pray proceed. Alright, let's continue. Word of the demonstration and its resolution outstripped you, Jepster. Every man, woman, and child of Ishgard has heard the tale. 'Tis rumored that my youngest lack of judgment was to blame, of course. Such stories are prone to exaggeration. What exactly came to pass? I see. So that is the truth of it. Regardless of his intent, the result is undeniable. He has furthered the cause of these misguided few who cannot let go of the past. In an instant, the delicate peace we were poised to forge is once more beyond us. To dwell so deeply on the war and the vengeance it begets, only for that too to be taken away, is it any wonder that they were left bereft? For what was this sacrifice? Have we not to show for our suffering? I thought peace a sufficient salve, but mayhap I was mistaken. We are warriors, Lord Edmond, and ours is a nation built on centuries of warfare. Right or wrong, this is who we are, and we deny it at our peril. And to hold on to the past without being beholden to it, we must needs find a way to honor the sacrifice of our forefathers without glorying in their excuses. A difficult path, to be sure. We dare not deny that the scars which mar our nation's soul, lest we spur our delusioned souls to retrace them. But as you say, we dare not revel in past glories either, for they are tainted all. Clear, ambiguous enemy and an undeniably righteous cause. 'Tis a bitter reflection, but lies, though they did not serve to unite us. No truth will ever serve as well, I fear, yet we are without options. At our last meeting, a proposal was tabled by the other members of the Eorzean Alliance for joint military exercises to strengthen the ties between our nations and test our readiness to meet with a common threat. I had thought to delay these exercises until after the peace conference, but mayhap a grand melee would be just the thing to lift our belly-girded spirits. Better still, on occasion for the Temple Knights and the Watch to take the field as allies, a unified Ishgardian force filled with men and women from all walks of life, which would stand against a coalition of the allied nations' finest. Hosted by Ishgard in the shadow of the gates of judgment to victory under such circumstances would serve as a reaffirmation, nay, a declaration unto all the sundry that we are strong and united as ever. Such a victory would do much to fan the flames of patriotism, is it true? But if we should be defeated, though even to hold our own against the fame of gradations might be presented as a triumph. Very well. You may count on my support for what little it is worth. However, I have a request. I would have my son Emmeline take part in the grand melee. By his deeds has he brought a shame upon his guard, and so by his deeds I would have him bring our nation honor. As you wish, my lord. If that is his desire, then it shall be so. Now then, we have no time to lose, Jippa, sir. Would you be so kind as to deliver my instructions to Lucia? I shall write to the Alliance leaders at once and begin making arrangements for the grand melee. Chance to see my son, pray inform him of his duty. If he has not already returned, he will soon enough make every effort to avoid me. So this is their resolution, the grand melee to unite the people. And what part would they have you play in this affair? I wonder. You may have taken into their confidence upon whom they have become so heavily. And you oblige them when the proposition is made. Will you stand for Ishgard once more? It's getting to be a bit much, isn't it? That's a tough one. A poor choice of words for friends tried and true, then the living and the lost. So far, the grand melee of his Sir Eric wishes to feel the force comprising both his temple knights and Hilda's watch. Yes, I can only imagine what she will have to say about that. In fact, curiosity compels me to go and see for myself. Well met, Jippa, sir. Have we spoken with Sir Eric? I was aware of the Alliance's request, so Sir Mick would turn these exercises into a spectacle of masses. It is not that I doubt the efficiency of such a plan. Indeed, I know its effectiveness only too well, having witnessed it firsthand. Nevertheless, he has not once given me reason to doubt his intentions, and these are desperate times indeed. I will select knights for the event forthwith as the watch. Did he now? How considerate of Master Thancred to seek out our young watch commander on his own volition. Alas, he acted prematurely. Pray deliver this of watch candidates to Hilda. I would have her best men, not her most indispensable. But now I'm doing, like, I don't know what the word would be. Message work, I guess you could say. How come I can't run down, like... What is this? Thancred's been telling me all about Sir Mix's grand soiree. It seems we're expected to join in. It's nice of him to invite us and all, but I hope he knows what he's doing, because we ain't dressed to dance with professional soldiers. Maybe... Well, seems that the first commander's gone and handpicked her guests. Can't say I disagree with her choices, though she's got a good eye. Will you be fighting too? Reckon it'd inspire the lads if you were. Might take their minds off getting their hides tanned and all. Think about it, eh? I had to ask, but you haven't seen our favorite lordling, have you? Sigh, I thought not. On the assumption that he is not to be found, in his father's loving race, I suggest we split up and look for him. I will search foundation and do the pillars. Why? Jude Crozier. Hiding in the corner. I carried all Hoshafon to the manor. Our best Shigarians are tending to him as we speak. He is yet to wake, but surely he. The father has volunteered me for this grand melee of theirs. Sigh, my beloved family, always making my decisions for me. No, it's not like that. It's just, oh, you wouldn't understand. How could you? You are free to be the man you want to be, whereas I am the son of the House of Vortex. Don't you see? My future was determined before I was born. What I could and could not do. Right or wrong, that was the way of it. Until the order began to crumble, now we wander amidst the rebels searching for purpose, for faith. All around me, brave men and women rise to the occasion, bathe in conviction, dedicate themselves to their causes, but not I. I was terrified of making the wrong choice, which is why I let better men make them for me. Do this, do that, take this duty, guard this conference. I suppose I have convinced myself I was above it, until your friend showed me otherwise. When I saw Horniat, or Honoret, I wanted to scream. I wanted someone to blame, but in the end, there was only me. So you see, I cannot meekly bow my head and accept Father's command. Such cowardice is brought me to this point. I will go to Suramek and I will make my own decision. Rebellious child. What choice you make, huh? Lord Commander is not to be disturbed. May I ask what the matter demands his personal attention? Very well, you may enter.
Lord Commander, if I may? I wish to speak with you before the Grand Melee.
Proceed.
How do you do it, my lord? How do you lead with such certainty, when so many of our countrymen will not hear of peace with the Dravanians? Some of them hate you almost as much as the dragons themselves. They decry you as a patricide in the streets. They even tried to kill you, for God's sakes. Yet still you march on, undaunted, where no archbishop dared to tread. What is your secret? Where do you find the strength?
For centuries, our nation has been punished for the sins of our forefathers. If our punishment is to end, I believe we must right the wrongs of antiquity and move forward as a nation united. Needless to say, my father did not share this opinion. He did not believe the people strong enough to bring about their own deliverance, trusting only in himself. Tyranny seemed to him the only solution. But I have faith in the people, Lord Amanalain. I have faith that they will weather this storm and overcome every trial we set before them. Many have fought and died to see this blight upon our nation's history cleansed, and I would not let their sacrifices be in vain. Though we invite reprisals, the risk is worth the reward.
I want to believe. I do. Lord Commander, through my careless orders, a pall has been cast over these proceedings, and I beg the opportunity to make amends. I, Amanalain de Forton, do hereby request leave to take part in the Grand Melee.
Who am I to deny such a heartfelt plea? We would be honored to have you join the fray, my lord.
You will take charge of the Ishgardian forces.
For all my other responsibilities, I am still Lord Commander of the Temple Knights, and I would not soon yield this duty to another.
The esteemed Sir Emeric leading the Temple Knights and the Watch into battle along with my youngest. I could wish for no more.
Then you wish for too little, my lord. There is another who might yet join the fray. An indispensable ally to whom we owe much and more.
Oh, God.
An adventurer beholden to none, who nevertheless chose to champion our cause, who has shared in our suffering and in our glory. A warrior without equal, who I am privileged to call a friend. There is no one I would rather have fighting by my side. I ask this in full knowledge of your obligations, and will not think less of you should you refuse. But if your conscience will allow it, might you oblige me, my friend, one more time? Together we shall give the people a spectacle for the ages, a celebration to mark the dawning of a new era.
Gods help me, I think it might be love. I dare say it might be cheating too. Your mere presence is enough to turn the tide of most battles. And did you see the way his eyes lit up when you nodded? 'Twas a look of a boundless relief and joy. One would think a politician more practiced at concealing his emotion. Still, his honesty does him credit. For a moment, I was very inspired to pledge myself to the cause, but that would be improper. This is their fight and yours, but not mine. Get these bad boys. Ew, what are these? Augmented bow. My, that is a very sick bow. Ah, the weapons are beginning to get really cool looking. Oh, that. God. Kinda cool. Black mage? The heck? Probably get the black mage staff. Ooh, victory. All that means, but right. Sir Ermic informs me that the Alliance leaders have agreed to this proposal. The Grand Melee will be held here in the shadow of the Gates of Judgment outside of the capital. An announcement has been made and allied forces are currently en route. The eyes of Ishgard are upon us, so we must not fail. If we're opportunity to see you pit yourself against allied forces outside of Karnatu, perhaps I would not miss this for the world. Okay, let's go finish this. Gates of Judgment. There he is. I see. When you didn't appear, I began to question nothing. Never mind. I think that we are mere moments away from facing the people of yours whose soldiery battle. That I am mere. What if? What am I to say? I have to stop imagining the worst. I must think of the victory of the glory of the stories I will tell. Honor it when he awakes. I'm ready. Old boy, are you? By the Fury, how could I forget? Father bid me present this to you. I know it is sin, but we believe the men could find it inspiring if you bore the colors of House Fortunes in battle. Pray do this for honor. Grand Melee, this summer your gear will be glamored, your attributes and abilities will be unaffected. Really? Really?
Let all here present heed well the rules of engagement.
Grandme's is a large-scale battle in which an allied company of Uda, Gordanian, and Luminsa forces were pitted against the company of Discardian forces. When a combat is incapacitated, when a combatant is incapacitated, the opposing company will be awarded tactical points. First company to attain the designated tactical rating of 100 points is declared the victor. During the Grand Melee, offense may mark certain components with the freeze gauge, which would be indicated in equal tether linking them to their company's flag. While defeating most components will award your company 1 tactical point, defeating marked components will award you 10 tactical points. Marked components also possess enhanced attributes, rendering them more powerful and more difficult to defeat. Defending and defeating these components is key to victory.
For the honor and the glory of Ishgard!
All is ready then. Very well. Brave men and women of the Eorzean Alliance, let the grand melee begin!
Cyclopses. Cyclopses, everyone on your guard. All forces fall back. Continue the melee, I will deal with him. That sod. You heard the man, back to it. All forces from the line on Jetbuster now. Well met. I will not lie, I was hoping it would come to this. So then, shall we dance? The big boy. Damn it all. I love Ruben. This is one of my favorite guys. And I get to fight him for once. It's gonna be awesome. Let's go, buddy. By the Fury, it's just the two of them in there. On your guard, Lord. Our fight is not yet finished. That's all you bastards got. Come on, then. Give us another. Please take you. Crap. Chill, bro. Chill, bro. Holy smokes. Keep coming, but we cannot kill. You hear me, old boy? Don't you dare listen. It's ruined us. Like, I feel bad. Holy smokes. Got you now. Haha, brilliant. You are indeed a warrior of light. Well, I'm the bull of Almigo. Down for the glory of Ishka. Alright, Ruben. Oh, you're a tough monkey, but you gotta go down, buddy. Good gracious. Stop it. Alright, take your victory, you earned it. Got him, boys!
Did he win? Then we...
victory is ours! Ishgard! Ishgard! Well fought, my friend. You truly are the warrior of warriors.
Thank the Fury you were on our side.
Oh, my lungs are burning, and I can barely stand. I didn't think I could do it, but then I did. We did. We faced the Alliance's best, and together, with one heart, with one purpose, we prevailed. After 1,000 years of hardship, of strife and bloodshed, we are strong enough to rise to any challenge, be it on the battlefield or beyond. The future holds so much promise, so much joy. We need only show them the way.
Talking like Lord Harshafont the Dead.
A truly magnificent display, Sir Knight. While doubtless less than pleased, I am quite sure the Grand Companies are honored to have been bested by such valiant warriors.
The honor was ours, Your Grace.
I am pleased to see that Ishgard's proud martial tradition is being upheld. When the time comes, I trust you will fight alongside your brothers and sisters in the Eorzean Alliance with the same fervor you displayed in opposing them. I note that our friend elected to take the field in Ishgardian colors.
At my behest, Your Grace. If we have given offense, the blame lies with me.
Fear not, Sir Knight. It was a surprise, nothing more. And any hint of ill feeling was thoroughly dispelled by the spectacle of our mutual friend's duel with General Raubarn. On the subject of surprises, I could not help but marvel at the passion and unity of purpose displayed by your countrymen, given the troubling reports we have received of late.
I shall take that as a compliment, Your Grace. The events to which you allude are the price of change. The end of the Dragonsong War marks the beginning of a new era for our nation, and for the people, high and lowborn alike, who will lead her into the future.
Ah, yes. The people. Change is indeed a perilous thing, for we who seek it, and they who fear it. I shall pray for Ishgard, and for you.
Well, that made for a refreshing change. Congratulations on your victory, by the way. Ishgardians certainly seem happy with themselves. I, for my part, am merely glad you did not strain anything in the process of single-handedly winning the battle for them. 'Tis but a scratch, I assure you, and I will not suffer you to worry over me. Not when we have a dozen far more important concerns. Make that 2 dozen. Still, as your stola never tires of telling me, we can but face them head-on one at a time. One day at a time, as Minfilia would have done.
Balls, I have forgotten what it was like to feel so alive. Not since leaving the Blood Sands have I had the privilege, not since the Bull of Alamigo hung up his swords. Back then, the outcome might have been different, but I do not begrudge you your victory. I know how far you have come, how much you have endured. Our fight, we confirmed it. We shall have to do this again one day when time allows. I shall look forward to it. Now go to the Ishgardians to celebrate your victory. You have earned it. Come, Pippin. Her Grace is expecting us. Lead on, Father. Nice. Said your goodbyes? In all the years I have known Rubenon, I cannot recall ever seeing him look so happy in defeat. Well, everything seems to be falling into place, does it not? The Ishgardians have claimed that their symbolic victory in the Eorzean Alliance has been strengthened. In the process, be proud, Jipus, you made this happen. We wanted the rod. You have learned the emote victory. Ooh. What's this? Staff. Or repair. Augmented repair. Oh. An ice repair. Not jiving with the ice repair, to be honest. I'll get the staff for the white mage. We have done it, nay, you have done it. You have brought us the victory we desperately needed. There is not left but to return to the capital. Come, let us see what reception awaits us.
My lord!
Honorwa, my boy. Shouldn't you be in bed?
Thank you for your concern, my lord, but I have largely recovered from my ordeal, and I have naught but several scars to show for it, which I have been told some women may find appealing.
I see. And to think I was worried sick over you.
I'm not sure I understand, my lord.
Well, let's put that theory to the proof, shall we?
My lord?
'Twould seem that a great many things have occurred in my absence. I thought I might begin to make amends by welcoming you in person.
The messengers spared not their chocobos to bring us word of your victory in the grand melee. I cannot well describe our elation when we heard the news. It called to mind the day we rejoined the Eorzean Alliance, and I glimpsed hope rekindled in the eyes of the people.
The Fury herself ushers us into a new era. Sir Emmerich, the time is now.
Aye, that it is. Reconvene the conference and summon Vidofnir to Falcon's Nest. We will make peace with Hraesvelga's brood and hasten this bloody war to its end.
Yes, Lord Commander.
I will send word to Artoirel and bid him resume preparations. Emmanuel, you will place yourself at your brother's disposal. He will be glad of your assistance.
No stopping it now, is there? We should inform Stola and the others.
My dear friend, I doubt I will ever be able to thank you enough. But when the conference is successfully concluded, I damn well mean to try.
They say you have dueled Grand Ubernon within the Ring of Flames. I did not think the man so auspicious, that I could have seen it. After we parted with, Ray's, Montoya's cave, I returned to speak with Tataru. We agreed to tell the others only that our search for Mephilia have reached an impasse. I've subsequently, learned that you had left for Falcon's Nest, but I thought it best to keep to myself for a time. I won't rely on you much when we are together. I needed to think, to reflect. I still do, I suspect, but matters here seem to be coming to a head. In short, there are some things I feel I must say, though nothing so urgent that it cannot wait until after the conference. Let us make to Falcon's Nest and see if Lord Eritol has need of our assistance. Well met, Master Jet, and thank you for looking after my brother. They say he fought bravely, that he did not dishonor his house, but you, my lord, to you we owe everything. As you can see, we have made every effort to strike while the iron is hot. We made our intentions known, and that all would be welcome to attend, and then so they came. By the grace of the Fury, they came. The ceremony will not be a lengthy affair, but there is still much to be done. I would speak with you more, but I must see to my duties. As for you and Master Alfnod, you will do naught but enjoy yourselves. Is that clear? If any dare beg your assistance again, I will have words. Well, that's good to know. Well, there you have it. We have been forbidden from meddling. Shall we wait, or have you other matters to attend to before the ceremony begins? Wait with Alphanon and the ceremony to begin. Exactly. I hope Dankert and the others will not be late. Its special events do not come around very often. Yastula!
The appointed hour approaches.
Aye.
Ah, she's still alive.
She begged leave to watch the proceedings. I saw no reason not to grant it.
Should I choose to deviate from my prepared remarks, I ask that you trust in my judgment.
Have I ever done otherwise?
Look!
The white dragon!
Ah, how long it hath been since our peoples met thus, children of Thordan, even by our reckoning.
Vidofnir, daughter of Hraesvelga, we give thanks for your visit, and bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest.
Our sire bade us hearken unto the whispers of our hearts. They spoke to us of a paradise lost, of bonds of brotherhood which they yearned to see restored.
Ours too yearn for such a restoration, and they have guided us here this day, that they might yearn no longer. Brothers and sisters, ye who stand as witness, hearken to me. Since the days of Eld, when the bonds betwixt man and dragon were sundered by our hand, our peoples have known only war. Bloodshed without end, losses beyond counting, and still we fought. And still we fought. Some wounds do not heal. The dead cannot be returned to us. But we, the living, can yet choose another course. Here and now, we can lay down this burden, this hatred, this vengeance. Our forebears fought not so that we could die, but that we might live. So let us honor their sacrifice and spare our children this death sentence. Let us gift them a new legacy. Life.
Betwixt our peoples yawneth a divide deeper than the deepest abyss, wider than the widest sea. Generations will live and die ere this divide is bridged. Knowing this, doth thy heart yet yearn for peace, son of Thordan?
Look now on the legacy we would leave to our children. A dream of peace, inscribed in stone for generations to come.
Father and his beloved, as they were so long ago, happy and at peace. The dream they shared shall be ours once more.
Dude, stop interfering, man. Oh my gosh, dude.
Child of Dravania, art thou grown so forgetful that thou wouldst forsake kith and kin and consort with the spawn of Thordan? That thou wouldst dare contemplate peace? Hearken unto me, all of you! The final chorus is nigh, and all will be held to account. All will bathe in the flames of retribution. Till the coming of that day, look you on your sins and despair, for none shall escape my wrath. None shall escape my revenge.
Getting sick and tired of these people interfering.
7 hells. Nidhogg.
He just needs to die permanently.
Hells, take that worm! While he lives, we'll never know peace.
Aye! There'll be no end to this war till Nidhogg is dead and gone!
So let's kill the bastard and be done with it! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg! Death to Nidhogg!
really getting sick and tired of this guy always interfering. Another important dragon dead. Unbelievable. Here they go, the last of the guests, having come hither with hope in their hearts, they depart with hatred and bloodlust. Until the moment I saw him strike, I still held some hope that that what you had seen in Azala was an illusion, perhaps, but he acted without hesitation, as did Sir Eremic. For mercy, Vindafir's wound was not mortal, or so Lucia tells me. The dragon was spirited away to Annex Shrine to receive care from his brethren. We can but hope her recovery is swift. Okay, so she's still alive. Good. I literally want to murder Nidhogg. Like, this guy needs to go. His eyes need to be purged from utter non-existence. Like, he needs to stop interfering in this. Like, he's done enough reparable damage, you know, as you could possibly have ever done, you know, to the people and to his own people. Like, how do you go against your own kin? Like, how, like, that's your brother's kin right there. Like, it just doesn't make any sense to me. Like, you take control over one of the #1 Eorzean or Ishgardian people. You then use the Dragoon's powers against your own kin. You strike your own kin. You know, like, you almost kill your you know, brother's how would you like to say it? Your own brother's kin daughter. Like, you seriously need to get your ass beat. And then some. Like, just, you've lived for far too long, man. Your brother had grace and mercy for you, and you just try to take advantage of it. You know, Nidhogg or Grace Falgar made the wrong choice to keep more or less his brother's vengeance alive. But it's just, my goodness, too much. Too much. There's just no reason for it. Alright, let's continue the story. But such was surely Nidhogg's intent, to deliver a proclamation not only to the children of Thornton, but to his kindred. War is coming, and Yehu do not stand with such with us stand apart. She was an example, a message to her brood, another instrument of his vengeance like Eniston. Like, unbelievable. Armor offending. When I said I wish to speak with you after the conference, I confess if I was rather happier circumstances. If anything, however, this latest tragedy makes the need more pressing. There are things I must say, not to the warrior of light or even my fellow scion, but to you, Jetbuster, my friend. But not here, no. But of course, the Intestery in Camp Dragonhead is still open to us. Let us go there. Unbelievable, man. Greetings, sir. Shall I show you inside? Yes.
Forgive me. That took longer than expected. You seem puzzled. Oh, these. I thought something warming might not go amiss. It was not all that long ago that we sat here, you and I, in our very own falling snows, as Lord Horshvon called it. I still struggle to believe he is gone. And Azelle too. I had such hopes for her. Master Matoya asked me what it was all for. Why we fight, and why we die. Were I still commander of the Braves, I would doubtless have replied, for the future of Eorzea. But I'm not that man. Not anymore. I needed a new answer. One that I could live with. And when I saw Estinian at the ceremony, I knew at last what it was. I do not want to be a man who sacrifices his friends and family for a cause. I want to fight for Estinian, and I want to save him. When Nidhogg leads the Horde into battle, Ser Emmerich and his forces will do what they believe must be done. That is their choice to make. Yet even if Ser Emmerich is willing to forsake Estinian, I am not. We must fight for him, for he is our friend and ally. We may struggle, we may fail, but we must try. We will. I know we will.
Thank you, Jeppa, sir. It is unfair of me to unburden myself in this manner, time after time, but I'm glad that you permit me nonetheless. You are my true friend and ally. Though not all of our fellow Scions will support our stance of Eniston, I have faith that we will win them over in due course, such as the infectious power of hope. Right. This is quite enough Solomon's introspection for one day. I think we both benefit from some time in the company of Tartaru. She stays for us at Fortin's Manor. Let us not keep her waiting any longer. Like, honestly, like, they just, I don't know how else to say it, but like, if Eniston's gotta go, Eniston's gotta go. Like, it's just kind of how I see it at this point. Yeah, I know that, you know, Alphanod wants to save him, so we don't keep on having consecutive casualties. You know what I mean? But like at the same time, like this dragon is 100% gotta go. Like, I'm getting sick and tired of seeing this dragon. honestly. Yet again, we walk all too familiar path. I am reminded of when we first came to this manor. Lost and uncertain, we were granted succor in our hour of need. We were saved, and now it is our time to return the favor. Here, let no one say that the Scions do not repay for their debts. After all, what kind of people would we be if we forsook our friends? If we stopped looking for Yeda and Papalmo, or if we gave up hope of bringing Minfilia back? Though she knew it would come, it would cost her dearly, Minfilia reached out to us to deliver a message. She believed it was imperative that we understand the true nature of the star on the rift between Zodiac and Heidelin, and of the Dacian's aspirations. But for all that has been revealed, I cannot shake the suspicion that there is much we have yet to learn. In any event, I think it's time we step back from the fray and carefully consider our next course of action. It will not be easy to turn this tragedy to triumph, but we will find a way. We will. All right, armor offending.
Of all the ways for it to end. Even before his transformation, I could feel the worm's hatred swirling about Estinian. The terrible, all-consuming rage. Enough to fuel a 1,000-year quest for vengeance. It was all I could do not to run away screaming. But Ishgardians, nay, all Eorzeans, are made of sterner stuff. They face danger and death on a daily basis and understand what it takes to win a war.
Think not too deeply on Master Matoya's words. Her intent was but to steal our resolve. That, and to remind us to look beyond these passing conflicts to trials greater still, to the truth which hides at the heart of this world.
So that's your aim, is it?
You disapprove?
Not at all. I believe it's traditional for the student to follow in the footsteps of the master. And you are so very alike.
Change. that great inexorable wave was upon us, and soon all of Ishgard would bend to its will. For all our sins, for all our scars, the future for which we had long yearned was at last within our grasp. But it would be bought at a heavy price. For in those twilight hours did Nidhogg cry out for vengeance, and his brethren raise their voices for the final chorus of the Dragon Song War.
Caution, Yeda. That is all I ask. Do not be so eager to place your faith in them, not until we know more. Is that who I think that is? Ah, Master Joe, it is well that you are here. You are wanted within. I believe Master Alphinaud wishes a word with you. The man within. Alright guys, we're gonna take a break here. We're gonna come back, continue the Man Within storyline. So we just got a mere glimpse at somebody that's very suspicious. I'm wondering if it's Ingrid. I really don't know who it is. I'm assuming it's Ingrid because we haven't seen that little runt at all for quite some time. At the very end there. And I might just take a little bit of time to try to level my samurai because I want to get my samurai to like level 60. I feel really disappointed that I don't have it to level 60. I really should get this to level 60 as soon as possible. But yeah, no. Yeah, you guys have a good day, and I'll see you later, and peace.